things.
Well, he's got perfect calves. Have you seen those?
Nope. Because he's
I'll tell you
always
that.
he's always wearing a suit.
Isn't there a Friends episode where the guy wants the ideal calves? Or no, maybe it was Entourage.
I don't know.
It was Entourage. The guy that always said, "Victory!"
Yeah?
Yeah.
He wanted perfect calves?
Oh, it was I love
Was he
it. I
working
missed that
out?
show. I think there's a movie of Entourage coming out pretty soon.
Oh.
Johnny Drama.
Drama.
Thank you, Rhonda.
That's it.
Johnny Drama.
She knows everything. She said there's a movie coming out too. How come she's not over across the room?
Hey, Robert, are you okay if I introduce you as Robert Drama from now on?
You can. I'm taking my mic off. Can you still hear me?
He might not
Yes.
answer you. He might not respond.
I do have perfect calves.
That's what I'm saying, Robert Drama. I mean, every time it'll be victory.
Okay. How come you two aren't at Sioux Pass Ranch? Not that I don't want you here with me, but We Fest.
I'm waiting till
baby.
Friday night. I'm
We
rolling out.
Fest, are you? Watch out, We Fest. Chris is on his way. I've reported on it, but
Never been, huh?
No.
Because you're always at Sturgis.
Right.
That's what it is.
Right.
You get on the hog and roll down to Sturgis.
Yeah,
Just
you
happen
know
to
me.
miss We Fest.
You know me well. Uh-huh.
Do you have some of those pictures of Andrea on her hog?
I mean, do we? I just want to see what you come up with. Wouldn't that be great? He's going to do it. All right, find me something and get back to us a little later in the show. Me,
We
on my
Fest
Harley.
kicks open today. A lot of great shows there. One of the cool things this year is they've got a phone app where you can kind of, if you have a couple too many drinks, you can get yourself back to where you're actually staying or find friends and
Find
hook
your
up with
car
them. And
with GPS in that huge parking lot where everyone else is parked. I know.
so
cool.
they got some neat stuff.
There's some camp video. People having a good time.
That was awesome.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah, a lot of people. A lot of craziness. A lot
Supposedly
of fun.
the biggest country concert in the nation.
Country Music Festival, I think so.
That's
Maybe
awesome.
30th anniversary.
I think that's incredible.
I think so too.
Congratulations to 8-year-old Elkeisha Baxter from Gwinner. She went out to New York and won a fashion contest.
Yeah.
Democracy Fashion Festa held in New York. So won some money. It's her dream.
Yeah, there were 75 contestants in this 4 to 8-year-old category. So, I mean, she won big. Her prize, which was like valued at $6,000, included $500 cash and a professional runway training and a portfolio and a photo shoot. And she just says, you know what, my mom's behind me the whole time. She never doubts me. She never lies to me. She's always honest. So together, I think
It's a great team.
yeah, a great team.
Kudos
she
to
wants
her.
to become a fashion model.
She's on her way. You see the nice little curls she
I
had
know,
going
she
there in
looks
her hair?
adorable.
And
Yeah. Sounds like she's got a solid head on her shoulders too, which is key. Okay, this one is I would freak out, wouldn't you? You're driving in Africa. I think it's Africa, right? You're in your car, South African park, and an elephant decides to scratch an itch on your car.
Wow.
Exactly. The tires are blowing out because, you know, it's an elephant. Sorry, windows are blowing out, tires are popping. There are 2 people in the car who are freaking out, which I would be too. Look at that. There was a tour guide nearby, a field guide, who had managed to take a couple pictures and, you know, didn't know what to do exactly because how do you interfere?
But I mean, what would you just stand there and take pictures, or would you at least like run over and try and do something?
I don't know. And he said it happens. It happens because this elephant was in like a state where they have an excess amount of testosterone.
What?
I'm just reading it right from this. Yeah, elephant males are. It's a time when they have an excess amount of testosterone.
Did you know inside the car there was a dash cam? Did you see the video?
Oh no! What do you? No.
It was awesome because the two were like huddled together, and they started like singing like a good neighbor, State Farm is, and they just ended up in a State Farm office.
Whatever. Whatever. How do you think of this stuff? I don't know. What are you drinking?
Haven't you ever seen the Buffalo commercial?
Yes, I have. Yeah. Anyway, it's kind of wild.
It was
Anyway.
all a photo shoot for a State Farm commercial, but it
Right.
looked good.
It was all fake. It was all fake.
Today I'll be the cynic.
Okay. All right, did you read the mountain lion one?
I read every
Did you?
word of every single thing that we do.
Sure you do. Okay, so a woman is hiking in Colorado, and she veers off the trail just a little bit, and hears a twig snap behind her, and looks around, and there's a mountain lion. And she tries to get away, and I mean, you know, she's walking away, hoping it wouldn't follow her, but it's trailing her. So eventually she stops and starts singing opera.
What?
Yeah. She had to sing for an hour before the mountain lion. This is just a picture of her with her dog. Not the mountain lion, obviously. But yeah. And then she had the wherewithal to call her friend to get a hold of, you know, the San Miguel County Sheriff's Office. So that they were looking for her at the same time, but she sang, and eventually the mountain lion walked away.
That is classic.
That's scary too.
It is scary.
I mean, at one point he was 8 feet away from her, and then when she was singing, he was about 10 feet.
What makes you go, oh my gosh, if I sing opera, this thing might leave?
No, no, that wouldn't be mine. In fact, if I were to sing, well, maybe that would scare him away.
Scare him away.
That might be the ticket, yeah. He stuck around for an hour, so she must sing well. I don't know, but with me, yeah, that's what I'll do next time.
That would scare him away.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
This next one's incredible. I think we may have even shared this before I went on holiday, where there was maybe I just saw the story, but an alligator showed up at a home in Florida, was knocking on the door. They opened it up, they walk out, where this gator or this croc says, you know, I'm gonna have a little shark for breakfast. Check out this. This is incredible.
Right.
Why does a shark show up in a swamp like that?
I don't know. It's northern Australia, so who knows? Tourists were taking these pictures. All of a sudden, they saw the croc on shore with that, you know, it looks like a small shark.
Is this like a wildlife refuge where they just feed the alligator sharks or something?
Yes, you know what they did? They were doing that too. They had just put a piece of buffalo meat on a pole. Why are they feeding the crocodiles? You know, to make them come around for those tour boats, which drives me crazy. But anyway, yeah, look at that. And then you get them. They took some more shots when the crocodile went into the water, and the shark was still alive because he started thrashing around.
That is crazy.
I know. Luckily, the shark was smaller, so because if it were bigger, there's no way. I
don't know. Crocs are powerful.
Yeah.
Oh my! When you see those things like eat wildebeest and go after lions,
Right,
and
right.
I mean,
Elephants, right? And just about anything.
yeah, it's no joke.
Okay.
This is a fun story. So this train
Fun?
somehow gets a guy
Fun?
trapped.
Wait a minute.
It's fun from the standpoint that all these people didn't just stand around and snap selfies.
Right,
And
okay,
actually did something about it. Like the people that are getting crushed by a car, I'm just going to stand there and go, oh, that's kind of interesting.
Man gets
Wow.
trapped between a train and a platform, and I'm thinking, fun?
Well, because the commuters
I know.
actually did something.
Yeah, they did. This is great. Watch him. Well, too bad we didn't have it right when he got stuck.
Look at that. I mean, that's awesome.
They pushed it. They told the conductor right away, stop the train, don't move, and then they moved it so he could get out.
I mean, there was a story recently, even in a New York subway, where a person fell off the platform, and the dude just stood there and took pictures rather than running over and helping him.
Oh no,
Yeah,
really?
I mean, it's just like the selfie world is insane. This is why you need to just live in a bubble, like we're going to talk about coming up. So that's what I mean by fun, to actually see a community of people stand there and go, wait a second, somebody's in trouble here. Let's actually do something rather than stand around and sit on our phones.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I persuaded her.
You did. Kentucky, floating restaurant, sinks into river. I wouldn't eat at this place. It's had a history of bad incidents on the water. Barges have hit it, tugboats, it's been hit by a tugboat. It's been hit by a runaway iceberg. They almost lost an employee last year when the iceberg hit us. And this sits on the Ohio River.
Oh
And
my gosh.
finally, it was too much. All the damage that had been done.
Wow.
It just sank. But it's a popular place. Like NBA players would go there, all sorts of stars.
Nice.
Yeah.
Want to share with you one more video. You know, I'll hear about how crazy things are out in Williston and Western North Dakota, and like
no.
traffic is nuts. And
Why don't I know about
so
this story?
we want to share this with you real quick. This is a picture of downtown Williston.
Oh, no, get
There's
off.
just so much traffic now that it just is like, oh my gosh, look at that.
Or maybe not, or maybe Ethiopia.
Okay, it could be Ethiopia too, but
Look at that. And nobody's getting hit. I mean, there's a little bit of chaos because you think
it's
you
because
might
it's
get
North
hit.
Dakota nice in Williston. People are like, oh, excuse me, can I go now? Oh, sorry about that.
No lights, no traffic signs, nada.
Those are intrusive people right there.
Which is what we'll be talking about with Mary Jo Claremont Hansen coming up next, so stay with us.